so dun dun. Okay, receive an email back from Michael. Hi, hello, Michael again. And this time will be maybe two different, like one will be agree with your proposal, right? But most of the clients, they will have lots of questions. They will have their own comments on your proposal. So that's impossible. It's impossible for the clients just agree with your proposal at the first time. But we just assume that Michael is a very nice customer, and then he say that, oh, Debbie, thanks for your email and I really like your plan. Okay, so after you receive the reply for your customers, and you could just maybe amend it a little bit, depends on their requirements. And because in Taiwan, the Taiwanese government regulates some travel insurance, the local travel insurance is necessary. So if in Taiwan I have received the agreement on the proposal from Michael, I will say that, okay, Michael, thanks for your feedback of the itinerary. And for proceeding with the tour, I will need some following information for just travel insurance only in Taiwan. And I will list the information that I need, maybe about the passport full name, passport number, and a birth date, maybe contact phone number and data restriction, like different things that you need from the clients. And you just put it in the email. And also for the reservation of the hotel, for the reservation of the restaurant, like you need the deposit from the clients for the following per section of the tour, right? So I will just send the online payment link for Michael that he can use the online payment link for the deposit. And after I receive the deposit from Michael, I will just make a phone call or just make an appointment with the place, with the hotel or restaurants. Okay, and because Michael's trip is in October, so it might maybe long time after. So after receive the deposit, I will remind Michael that I will send you the remaining balance online payment link maybe 2 weeks before your arrival, and also send him some notice of the tour, like the weather or maybe the tour guide's contact information to Michael 2 weeks before the arrival. Remind him that, okay, Michael, you are going to visit Taiwan in just next 2 weeks, for some notice and reminder. Okay, so I will just put it here also. The remaining balance will be proceed 2 weeks prior to your arrival, and I will send a remind email at that time. Okay, just again, let Michael know that if he or his wife has any questions or concerns, just feel free to contact us. We will be at their side at any time. Right? Okay, so just put the attachment and put the information I want in the email and send it back to Michael. Okay, so just jump into the 2 weeks before their arrival in Taiwan, and maybe Michael will write an email to you and ask where is his remaining online payment link, or I just write an email to Michael and then say, hi Michael, it's 2 weeks after, then you will come to Taiwan, have fun in Taiwan, and so excited to welcome you to Taiwan soon. And before the trip, I will send him some information. Usually I will put the weather forecast, weather forecast in the following week for the tourists, so that they can package their luggage, like what they should bring with them. And also I will put the pickup details on the first day, on their arrival day again, and also write down the driver's contact information and the tour guide's information in the email, and also let him know that what's the starting time on the second day, like what's the pickup time on at their hotel, and who is going to be their tour guide for the tour. So I just put all the information together in the email and then send it back to Michael. And what you are going to do, just wait for Michael's coming to Taiwan. And if they have any problems during the trip, the tour guide will be the first person to help them. And then also, if they write you an email with some questions, you can just use the email to send them back for the information. Okay, so that's the perception, that's the steps that I usually to do for my clients. Okay, so just reorganize it a little bit. So the first step, that we receive an email, the requirements from our clients. So we need to clarify like what kind of the tour, what's the main topic of the tour, the size of the group, or what kinds of the place they are interested in. And then based on their requirements, based on their interests, to choose the destination and put the details and the introduction of the place for them. And also, they will mention maybe you will need to arrange some like workshop, like some activities. Just depends on different groups. And also, you need some like you need to attach like the terms and conditions in your quotation, right? You need to let them know how the cancellation policy will be, and who will be their tour guide, and how the tour goes, how when to start the tour, like different details of the itinerary. Okay, so the most difficult part to make the itinerary, I will say that must be like choose the destination and what you are going to do at each destination, at each different places. Okay, so here I put a case just for some practice. Okay, so I write down the requirements from the clients, like they request for a 5 days tour, and they would like to focus more on nature, hiking, and cuisine. And they are looking for the unique accommodation, maybe just simple and clean B&B, and the size of the group will be 2 people. And it's their first time to Taiwan. Also, they would like to do some handicraft workshop, and they also tell me about their flight information. Right. So after we receive the requirements from our clients, we need to know how to start to plan the itinerary. And step one will be clarify their requirements. They say, okay, so they mention that they would like to stay in a unique accommodation. So what's the meaning of unique? And different type of the people will have a different meaning of the unique. And also they mentioned about they would like to do some hiking tour during the trip. But what's the hiking for? Like they just looking for maybe an hour simple and easy one, or they are looking for like the 5 or 6 a full day trekking. So you need to clarify with the client's requirements, like what kind of tour that they would like to be and they would like to have. So after clarify their requirements, you know what's their interest, then you can decide the destination that you are going to suggest to your clients. Okay. And also, after you choose your destination, maybe like 5 days and natural hiking cuisine, I will suggest maybe we can stay Taipei for 1 day and then Taipei to Hualien. Hualien is famous for the Tarapo Gorge, the walking trails inside the Tarapo Gorge National Park. And also we will go to maybe the Wulin, the highest highway in Taiwan, in the middle part of Taiwan, and also go to Salmon Lake, Taichung for the night market visiting, and then going back to the Taoyuan International Airport. So because you are the person who are familiar with your country, you know which destination is will meet the client's expectation. So you just put maybe the simple frame, the simple idea of the place of the tour. And the next step, you need to take the transportation time and the elimination into consideration. Okay, so what's the transportation and the elimination that I mentioned here? Okay, for the small group, like 2 people, or maybe just solo traveler, driving by car or taking the train will be much easier, right? But if you're traveling with a big group, maybe more than 40 people, or sometimes we can have like 100 different members in a tour. So some places might not be so suitable for them to visit. Okay, right. And also, so in the transportation time, like though Taiwan is small, but just as I mentioned in the first chapter, that it's impossible for you to land in Taoyuan International Airport and then just drive directly in Hualien in the same day, right? Because we have some geographical features, like we have high mountains to cut and to block between like Hualien and the between the east and the west part of Taiwan. So taking the transportation time and the maybe geographical features of your country into consideration, that would be very important because the clients might not know about this kind of information of your country, so they will just neglect the, neglect the details of this. And step 4 will be mid-layer budget. For the first time visitor and as a travel consultant, I would definitely wanted to introduce much more, like more and more places to our clients. And maybe I would like to introduce like different kinds of workshop to the clients so that they can deeply understand and deeply experience of your country. But if the clients say that, I really love the workshop that you recommend, but the price seems to be a little bit higher, or the hotel type just like way beyond their budget, which is not be so suitable for them. So mid-layer budget will be very important. That don't just squeeze what you want or what you expect your clients will like into the quotation for them. Okay. Okay, so just based on the requirements here, again, I'll just uh, go through the requirements again, 5 days and then 1 to 7 at first time in a workshop, right? And I'm going to work on my plan quotation right now. So the first step, I'm going to choose the destination I would like to put into the quotation. First city will be Taipei. Taipei is the capital of Taiwan, and then on the second day, we will head it to Hualien, the east part of Taiwan, and here, and then just go across the central high mountain way to Qingjing and Salmon Lake, and then going to the west part of Taiwan, Taichung, and then going back to the international airport, Taoyuan City, right? Okay, so I will just put down why I recommend this city, because Taipei is for night market for sightseeing tourist spots, and Hualien is famous for its nature and hiking, and central Taiwan is which we can focus more on the high mountain view. And Taichung is a modern city which you can experience the largest night market in Taichung Fongjia, right? Okay, so I just write down what I'm going to put inside my itinerary here. Okay, so before we get deeper into how to make a plan, I would like to introduce a little bit more about Taiwan for you. Okay, so though Taiwan is a small country, but we are rich in our geographical feature. Like you can see the color of green, which is the high mountain, and Taiwan has like more than 230 high mountains, mostly in the east part of Taiwan. Okay, so I will separate into maybe 5 parts, like in the northern part of Taiwan and the east part of Taiwan here, Hualien and Taitung, and the southern part of Taiwan. Okay, we'll see just a little bit larger and like Kenting and the Kaohsiung city and the Tainan here. And the fourth part will be in the middle part, like just Salmon Lake I mentioned before, and Taichung City here. And for some small islands around Taiwan, maybe like Green Island, Orchid Island, and Tongfu here. Okay, so if the clients, so you need to know very clearly about which part famous for what kind of things. So if the clients states that they would like to do the outdoor activities in Taiwan, I might recommend the east part of Taiwan or the southern part of Taiwan. And if they say that I prefer to stay indoor and I would like to let my children to have the fruit picking, and if they mention about the fruit picking, I will recommend maybe the Miaoli and Hsinchu, this part of the clients, so that they can doing the activities that I mentioned. So it's important that you know which part of your country that features for what. So when the clients saying that what activities that they desire to enjoy, then you can just recommend a place for them. Okay, so in the case that I just take for example, will be like natural hiking and cuisine, right? So that's the reason why I just take the Taipei and Central Taiwan and Hualien, for example, for my clients.